One South African is going all out to help raise awareness about mental health. John Dempster plans to row solo across the Atlantic in this year's Talisker Whisky Atlantic Challenge. And if he succeeds, he will be the youngest South African to do so. John is also the founder of the Watering the Mind campaign and joins us now live from our Cape Town studios. Hi there, John. Why have you chosen to raise awareness around mental health in this way?
Hi there. So I've chosen to raise awareness for mental health in this way because I've been rowing at university and at school now for about 11 years, and I've been struggling with some mental health issues myself over the last 3 years, and so I've decided to try to combine two of the most prominent things in my life.
And the Talisker Whisky Challenge is not an easy one to complete, isn't it? I understand you're going to be rowing something like 3,000 miles?
Yeah, so it's 3,000 nautical miles, about 5,500 kilometers, and it's raced from the Canary Islands just off Africa to Antigua and Bermuda in the Americas.
How have you been preparing?
At the moment, I've sort of approached the coach and a boat builder, and I've been training for about 2 to 4 hours a day, doing a lot of stretching, a lot of time on the indoor rowing machine, as well as a lot of meditation for mental preparation.
And let's talk about your cause, because once again, you are wanting to raise awareness around mental health. What is it that you think we are still missing as a South African society when it comes to understanding the complexities of mental health?
Well, one of the big issues I think South Africa is missing with understanding mental health issues is that just because you have depression or anxiety, it doesn't mean it should be something you need to hide. For myself, over the last 3 years, there was barely anyone I told until I announced my campaign about my struggles with mental health. And I also wasn't really aware myself of the statistics around suicide and various things in South Africa until I started looking into them. And I think there just needs to be a more open conversation around.
You mentioned teenage suicides, and I understand, at least according to the South African Depression and Anxiety Group, that suicide accounts for about 9.5% or so of deaths among teenagers. So that is quite an important area to focus on.
Yeah. So it's the main focus of what I'm trying to raise awareness for and money for during my campaign. And SADAG runs a great program called Suicide Shouldn't Be a Secret, and it focuses mainly at teenagers in schools across the country, and it goes and talks about trying to inform them why, if you're having suicidal thoughts, it's important to speak up and to speak to people.
What would you like to see the rest of us as South Africans do?
Just try to get involved in any way in the campaign as possible. If you can donate, there's a Back a Buddy page for Watering the Mind. Other than that, there's various social media pages, also just if you search for Watering the Mind. And then over the coming few weeks and months, there'll be various activities. And as long as many people can participate as possible, that would be amazing to help sort of raise awareness for mental health in South Africa.
Very quickly, when are you off to complete the challenge?
So the race starts this year on the 12th of December.
Mm-hmm. All right, John Dempster, thank you so much for your time this morning, and all the best for that rowing competition.